Welcome back to Pelangi 21. Today I will show you the list of gay films and TV shows to watch in June 2024. I Saw the TV Glow follows two teenagers who bond over their shared love of a scary television show, but the show gets mysteriously cancelled. Teenager Owen is just trying to make it through life in the suburbs when his classmate introduces him to a mysterious late-night TV show, a vision of a supernatural world beneath their own. In the pale glow of the television, Owen's view of reality begins to crack. The film stars Justice Smith and Amber Benson. The film released on Fandango, Amazon Prime Video and Apple TV. Stress Positions follows Terry Goon, who is keeping strict quarantine in his ex-husband's Brooklyn brownstone while caring for his nephew, a 19-year-old model from Morocco, bedridden in a full-leg cast after an electric scooter accident. Unfortunately for Terry, everyone in his life wants to meet the model. The film stars John Roberts, John Early, and Theta Hamill. The film released on Fandango, Amazon Prime Video and Apple TV. Of an Age is a 2022 Australian romantic drama film written and directed by Joran Stolevski. The film stars Elias Anton as Cole, a Serbian immigrant in Australia who enters a brief but intense romance with Adam, the brother of his ballroom dance partner. This is a slice of life at two critical moments of Cole's story that, while narratively is very particular to its time and space, holds a universal application of exploration, acceptance and love. The leads have a natural chemistry that is undeniable from first glance. You can watch this film on Hulu. Shoulder Dance tells about the slippery lines between friends, lovers, and partners that threaten to trip up two couples, one gay, one straight, over a wild weekend of seductive games, all-out indulgence, and unraveling revelations in this award-winning, witty, swoony summertime romance Shoulder Dance. It stars Matt Dallas, Rick Cosnett, and Taylor Marie Frey. Love, laughter and friendship shine in this moving film that beautifully explores the deep bond between two friends. This story not only celebrates the joy of self-discovery, but also highlights the lasting power of genuine relationships. The film released on Peacock, Amazon Prime Video, Vudu, Apple TV, Google Play Movies, and YouTube. The Mattachine Family is an American comedy drama film directed by Andy Valentine. The film stars Nico Tortorella and Juan Pablo Di Pace as Thomas and Oscar, a gay couple who have spent a year as foster parents to a 6-year-old boy whose mother was in jail. However, when she is released and regains custody of her son, Thomas and Oscar are forced to confront their very different visions for what they want out of life when they find themselves in disagreement on whether to pursue true parenthood. While Thomas and Oscar are very much in love, after their first foster child returns to his birth mother, they find that they have different ideas about what making a family actually means. The acting is great and the story is on point. The film coming to Amazon Prime Video and Apple TV. Sex Positive follows Virginia, who tumbles into a wild and thrilling new world of sexual liberation when she moves in with a group of polyamorous party animals, including the charming but commitment-phobic Jake. It stars Catherine Ellis and Aaron Long. This film will be filled with a lot of queer characters. You can watch this on Amazon Prime Video and Apple TV. WtFOCK Season 8 is a Belgian teen drama web series that follows the lives of teenagers in Antwerp. It is an adaptation of the popular Norwegian series Skam. The new season follows Otis Rojas. Otis is approached by Liv, a model scout who invites him for a photo shoot, the beginning of a roller coaster in which the world of glamour, the catwalk and parties take center stage. The best thing is that the main character Otis is gay. You can watch this on Goplay Belgium. Prisma Season 2 explores the relationships and the identities of Andrea and Marco, two twins identical on the outside, but very different in their approach on life, and of their group of friends, united by the search for their place in the world. Told via time jumps between present day and recent flashbacks, Marco's turbulent past with self-inflicted harm which affects his swimming career are juxtaposed with Andrea's secret life messaging men and dressing up as a woman. The idea that two people could be so similar but also become very different people is something that is genuinely fascinating and the fodder for great drama. Prisma is tackling some important topics, including the headlining storyline about gender fluidity and exploring sexual boundaries. The series released on Amazon Prime Video. Lost Boys and Fairies is a powerful new drama that advocates for the rights of the gay community to parent a child. It follows Gabriel, a singer and performer who works at the queer nightclub, who adopts a child with his partner. But to truly be able to parent his son Jake, Gabriel must first revisit his own painful past and repair the fractured relationship he has with his own father. Cyan Daniel Young plays Gabriel, Francis Free plays Gabriel's partner Andy, and Elizabeth Barrington as Jackie. The series is available on BBC. Interview with the Vampire Season 2 covers the second half of Rice's Interview with the Vampire book. The tale is told in two timelines, one in early 1900s New Orleans and Paris, and Dubai in 2022. Now Daniel is aged and living with Parkinson's and is estranged from his family after a lifetime of struggling with addiction. Louis nearly killed Daniel in their first interview, but he offered the dark gift to the ailing man in Dubai in 2022. The offer wasn't accepted, but there's still more story to tell. Jacob Anderson and Sam Reed return as Louis and Lestat de Liancourt, as does Eric Bogosian as journalist Daniel, Asad Zaman as Rashid, and Delaney Hales as Claudia. This series coming to AMC and Hulu. Rykter follows Eric, who is forced to move to a shitty island to get away from his past, but you don't easily run away from rumors and a broken past. The show focuses on a group of teenagers in a relatively rural part of Norway, and really shines in terms of showing those teenagers as they learn to dig deeper to find what you really want to do with your life. There will be a gay storyline between Eric and Matthias in this series. You can watch this on NRK TV. Danny Will Die Alone follows Danny, who is looking for love in all the right places, but finding all the wrong people. This unabashedly jaw-dropping and proudly judgmental comedy series follows one single man through the hellscape of gay courtship in New York City. It stars Jack Tracy, Lauren Montes, and Alexander Spears. The series released on Amazon Prime Video and Deku. Six is Not a Crowd is an Argentinian TV series, and narrates the love story between Damian and Carolina. He falls in love instantly and imagines her as the mother of his future children. She doesn't, and enjoys her freedom living with Pato, Trinidad, Lautaro, and Gonzalo, with whom she has polyamorous relationships. Damian does not know how to react. He was looking for his better half and discovered a fruit salad. Carolina is going to face feelings she thought she had overcome: jealousy. Both will have to challenge their worlds and overcome their crises to choose each other. Prejudices, fears, fantasies, and a lot of confusion. This time happiness, instead of being between two, will have to be between six. It stars Nicolás Furtado, Delfina Chavez, and Milena Sanchez. You can watch this on Max. Becoming Karl Lagerfeld is a French television series, and stars Daniel Brühl as Karl Lagerfeld. The series follows the rise of Karl Lagerfeld through the world of haute couture in 1970s Paris, telling the story of both his career in high fashion and personal relationships. He is a ready-to-wear designer, unknown to the general public. While he meets and falls in love with the sultry Jacques Debaucher, an ambitious and troubling young dandy, the most mysterious of fashion designers dares to take on his friend and rival Yves Saint Laurent, a genius of haute couture backed by the redoubtable businessman Pierre Berger. This is a captivating miniseries that immerses viewers in the world of Karl Lagerfeld, revealing the genius and enigmatic personality behind his iconic creations. The series coming to Hulu and Disney+. Fantasmas is an American comedy television series created, directed, and written by Julio Torres, who also stars in it. The series follows Torres on the search for a golden oyster earring, and the people he encounters on the way. This is a funny comedy sketch, introduces each character very well, and might make you interested in watching it. The series released on Max. Perfect Endings tells about filmmaker João, who ended his 10-year relationship with Hugo. Despite breaking up, they remained best friends. However, re-entering the dating scene brought a whirlwind of emotions, revealing that reality can't be controlled like a movie script. This film was only released in Brazil, and will soon be released globally. Some Kind of Paradise is a short film, and follows Tyler, who lives a quiet and uncomplicated life in Paradise, Arkansas, until the day a film crew arrives in town from Hollywood and he meets actor Raphael on Grindr. This short film was shown at the Tribeca Film Festival. Just Friends is a YouTube short, and follows two men who try to define their relationship while they wait for their cookies to cool. There is a simple dialogue about acceptance of feelings, appearances, truth, and two ways to see the relation between them. It is a beautiful short and you can watch it on YouTube. Precision Entertainment. Engaged is a gay romantic comedy short film written and directed by David Scala. The story follows Darren, who wants to propose to his longtime boyfriend Elliot. You can watch this short on YouTube. David Scala. I Kissed a Boy is a British dating game show on BBC and is the first British dating show to feature exclusively gay men. The series follows 10 single gay men who are matched up and meet for the first time. The show coming to Hulu. Challenger stars Zendaya, Josh O'Connor, and Mike Faust, and centers around the love triangle between an injured tennis star turned coach, her low-circuit tennis player ex-boyfriend, and her tennis champion husband. Rather than being called queer, maybe it's more about the bromance between the two main characters. The film released on Amazon Prime Video, Apple TV, Google Play Movies, and Fandango. I Am Not Big Bird follows Luis Carpio, a young man whose heart was broken when his girlfriend turned down his engagement. To have a new lease on life and move on, he, along with his best friends, travel to Thailand, but Luis is mistaken as the well-known porn star named Big Bird. There will be a slightly queer storyline in this film, and you can watch it on Netflix. 911 is an American procedural drama television series and follows the lives of Los Angeles first responders. One of the characters, named Buck, has just come out and is in a relationship with Tommy. This series was released on ABC. House of the Dragon Season 2 begins about 100 years after the Seven Kingdoms are united by the Targaryen conquest. If you watch the first season, then you already know there will be queer characters in this series. The second season is released on Max. Bridgerton Season 3 follows the highly competitive social season, where young marriageable nobility and gentry are introduced into society. In the third season, Benedict, played by Luke Thompson, gets his queer side in this series. This series was released on Netflix. Eric stars Benedict Cumberbatch as a distraught puppeteer whose young son goes missing in 1980s New York City. The storyline is centered on the search for a missing son, but there will be a gay storyline tied to the main story. You can watch this on Netflix. The Boys Season 4 follows the eponymous team of vigilantes as they combat superpowered individuals who abuse their powers. In the new season, the main character Frenchie is in a relationship with a man. The series released on Amazon Prime Video. The Shy Season 6 tells about life in a neighborhood on the south side of Chicago. There will be queer characters Marcus and Quincy. The series released on Showtime. Dr. Climax follows Dr. Nat, a dermatovenereologist who once dreamt of writing adventure novels and becoming a published author, ends up as the columnist for answering questions everyone wants to ask but dare not. Several characters are queer, and the series have aired on Netflix. House of Heat follows adult content creators who move into a house to help grow each other's fan base on OnlyFans, TikTok, and Instagram. In this house, they better bring the heat. The series will be filled with queer characters and released on Tubi. Hira Mandi tells about the lives of Tawaifs in the red light district of Hira Mandi in Lahore during the Indian independence movement against the British Raj. There will be queer characters in this series, although it is not the main storyline. You can watch this on Netflix. Chris Miro follows Chris Miro's journey as Argentina's first trans vedette in 1995, shedding light on the trans community. Despite challenges, she embraced her true self until her untimely passing, leaving a legacy of inspiration and acceptance. The series will be released on Max. Summer Camp is a documentary film, and set in a camp in rural Alberta, where queer, non-binary, and trans teens get to just be kids in a supportive space, surrounded by counselors who can relate to their experience. This film released on Peacock. Trixie Motel, Drag Me Home follows drag queen superstar Trixie Mattel, along with partner David Silver, will take the opportunity to homeownership and moving with the purchase of their dream home in Los Angeles, but it will need some renovation to make it fit for a queen. It is coming to Max. Slave Play, not a movie. A play follows Jeremy O. Harris as he workshops and minds Slave Play, the play that thrust him into the spotlight. It is coming to Max. Out 100 is the inspiring stories of LGBTQ+ trailblazers with the Out 100 specials from 2021, 2022, and 2023, and now available on Hulu. Hulu is also streaming hilarious LGBTQ+ comedy specials called Queer Comedy Bonanza. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notification.